now it's time to game plan. So let's get a little deeper into this. All right, I'm leaning in. All right, so on the next page, you'll see, the last page actually, you'll see some tables, and I want you to break it down. So take one of your goals, your most important one, and I want you to break it down. All right, so for an example, I put an example on here. If you want to lose 30 pounds over the 6 weeks, I want you to break it down. All right, so actually I put it on here 12 weeks. So 30 pounds, it might take you 12 weeks to get there. All right, so 12 weeks to get there. So in 6 weeks over this challenge, you want to lose 15 pounds. All right, this means in 3 weeks you want to lose 7 pounds. So you're just breaking it in half. So you had the 12 weeks, you want to lose 30 pounds. All right, we got 6 weeks, we're going to lose 15 pounds. Perfect. All right, so break it down. So break that in half. In 3 weeks, that's 7.5 pounds. That means each week you need to lose 2.5 pounds to stay on track to get your goal, the big picture, over that 12-week period. All right, so now, goals 2.5 pounds per week. How many workouts do you need to do? How many calories do you need to eat per day would be the next game plan, all right? So if you take a look, if you think about it, 3,500 calories is 1 pound. So that's how many calories you have to burn to lose 1 pound. So to lose 2.5 pounds, you would need to burn 8,750 calories each week more than you eat. All right, so here's the math. If you look, all right, step 1, calculate how much you average per workout and how many workouts per week. So some people it's 400 calories, some people it's 1,000 calories. So it's going to depend. I put it somewhere in the middle, about 550 calories, because that's probably the low end for the guys, high end for the females that probably are in this group. So 550 calories, you take that times 5, that's 3,500 calories right there. All right, so that is how many calories you're going to burn each week for your workouts. So right there, look at that. Your workouts are going to get you that 1 pound a week off. Now, step 2, you want to take your calories per week you need to burn more than you eat. So 8,750 was the calorie count that we needed. So subtract your workouts from that. So 3,500, so that leaves you with 5,250 calories. Now what you want to do with that is take that amount of calories and divide it by 7 days. So 7 will get you 750 calories. So if you're following the math, go through and read this if this is a lot of numbers I'm spewing out here. So pretty much what we're doing is averaging your workouts. We're taking what you need to burn, so that what we figured out, how many pounds you wanted to lose, times that 3,500 per week. And then taking the average workout, so subtracting the amount you're burning from your workouts, and that's how much you get, and subtract that from that total amount, you're getting your deficit there. Dividing it by 7 means you have to deficit your calories, 750 calories per day, to get to your goal. So now it's time to calculate your basal metabolic rate. So there's a website. It's also on your InBody scan, which I'm going to try to get into your folder that I shared with you here in the next couple days. You want to take your BMR. Calculate all this. So basal metabolic rate, that's how many calories you're burning doing absolutely nothing. Now, if you have a sedentary life, that's what you want to do. If you have an active job, you're probably going to burn a little more calories than that. And so there's ways to actually adjust that in there on that website if you want to as well. So once you have your basal metabolic rate, you want to take that and subtract how many calories you need to deficit. So for most people, it's around 12 to 1,700 calories is the basal metabolic rate. So I put 1,500 as an example. So from what we looked at, to lose 2.5 pounds per week, you have to burn 8,750 calories extra than what you eat. So that leaves you 750 calories deficit per day, and you have 1,500 calories. That is your basal metabolic rate. So that leaves you with only 750 calories you can consume per day. So good thing we did the math, right? Because if you think about it, 750 calories is not a whole lot. Most people eat that in a meal. So maybe adjusting the goal would be a good thing here. Or instead of working out 5 days a week, maybe you throw in a 90-minute class on Saturday and burn an extra 800 calories. So that way you're only deficiting like 600 calories per day instead. Also making sure that's, if you are deficiting it, making sure 300 to 400 calories a day is usually a really good deficit. 500 and plus is kind of a lot. If you don't refuel, if you don't replenish, you're going to start burning into your muscle because your body's going to feel starved. So just remember that. Anytime you don't get enough calories, your body goes in a catabolic state. That means it's eating away at your muscle and burning muscle and conserving fat to protect your organs. So you don't want to put yourself into starvation mode. It actually takes you into a opposite and worse direction. So in this case, if someone came to me and said, this is what I want to do, I would say, let's focus on taking it to maybe 1.5 to 2 pounds per week. Instead, and that would be more realistic goal to get that calorie deficit a little bit, close that gap just a little bit in there. So I was just kind of giving you an example of how to game plan. So if you really want to get a little bit deeper into it, think about how much you want to lose. All right. So if you're in this challenge, you're like, I want to win this challenge. Okay. So most of the weight loss challenges that we've had at the domain before, the winners have been anywhere from like 6 to about 11% of their full body weight loss. So if you want to win this, I would aim for losing 10% of your body weight. So if you weigh, 170 pounds, 10% would be 17 pounds. Is that realistic? Sorry guys, I got an itchy nose. Is that realistic to do over that amount of time? Do the math. If you need help with it, send it over to me and I'll help calculate it for you. Next week, or when is the next? I'm going to actually have another seminar on nutrition so we can talk a little bit about how many carbs and stuff you should be eating. MyFitnessPal automatically gives you one, and so that's a good one to use for this week. But we'll get a little deeper into that next week as we go through. So that'll be the next thing coming up. And let me just go, look, I'm going to go to the website, lizjavier.com/OTF. I know it's all there. All right. So yeah, so that'll be at 5 p.m. on the 17th. I'm going to be out of town this weekend, but we'll do it at Whole Foods. So if you want to be there in person, you can. It'll be 5 p.m. on the 17th. I think it's that Wednesday. I think it's a Wednesday. Yeah, it's a Wednesday. So a week and 2 days from now, we'll meet at Whole Foods, 5 p.m. on the 17th, if you can make it. If not, I'll put it on a Facebook Live. I'll put it on the website. I'll do all that kind of stuff. So you don't have to be there. If you can't be there, all that stuff is going to be available for you. So for now, just concentrate on getting used to tracking your food, getting your food logs in, and all that kind of stuff. Just one note I want to make on the food logs. If you want specific feedback, you can send it directly to me and I can look at it. Just send me what your goals are and what it is that you're looking at, so that way I can give you more specific feedback. Otherwise, what I'm going to do is on Fridays, look at everyone's food log. I'm just going to glance, making sure you're having enough calories, looking at your sodium, your carbs, and all that kind of stuff. But everyone's is going to be a little bit different. So calculating it, we'll get deeper to that later on. But just looking at sugars, make sure to stay under 50 grams. If you want to lose weight, 25 grams of sugar or less. Kind of things like that I will give you along the way. So now what I want you to do is schedule your health like a part-time job. If you don't show up to your workout, if you don't show up to meal prep, you don't go to the grocery store, you're only hurting yourself. Eventually, you're just going to fire yourself, you're just going to quit, and you're going to go back to old ways. So what I want you to do is schedule this like a part-time job, put in your calendar grocery shopping for an hour. You know it's going to take you an hour, block off that time, make a list, stick to that list, and go. Then what you're going to do is schedule your workouts. You know what time we work out, schedule it like a part-time job. You know you got to be there at 5:15 to 6:15. You do not schedule anything else in that period of time. Pre-book your classes. We got Hell Week coming up and the Weight Loss Challenge. Everyone's going to be wanting to work out all the time. So get them in there. You know you can cancel 8 hours before if you need to, or move your class into another one that same day if you call them, and you will not get that late cancel fee. You know, when things come up, you get sick, call us, let us know. But make sure you're canceling this like a part-time job. Think of your body as your vehicle, right? This is the only thing you get to drive you through life. This is your vehicle that takes you through your whole entire life. So if you think about your car, you would put sugar in the gas tank, right? You would fuel it with good fuel. You change the oil, you take care of it. So your body's the same way. You need to put good fuel and good food in your body and change that oil, get everything, maybe do a cleanse or something, and get your body right. Because think about it, it's the same, but it's different. A car, could trade that car. And once it breaks down, you're like, all right, piece of junk, you're gone. Let's get a new car. You cannot do that with your body. So what you need to do now, build that bigger engine by going and doing your workouts, and then put fuel in it so that way it'll run right, and make sure you eat well. So think about it that way. You can't trade in your body for a new one. Yeah, you can go get new organs and stuff like that, and you can take medications to help. But all in all, this is the only body you get. Take care of it, guys. All right, so now the last one, I'm going to go to the last sheet, breaks each goal down. So go back to your goals at the beginning, your 5 to 10 goals you started with, and I want you to take your most important goal. All right, my weekly goal, and then break it down by week for the next 6 weeks. All right, my main goal is to lose 12 pounds. All right, week number 1, I'm going to lose 1 pound. My action plan is just to get my healthy eating, track my food, and make sure I'm not overeating. And then week number 2 for losing that 12 pounds. All right, now I'm going to this week really hone in on my macros. How can and maybe get some supplements from Total Nutrition, get a protein shake. What does my body need to fuel itself to have more energy so I can burn more calories? And then maybe week number 3 is like, okay, now my goal is to burn more calories in my workout, so that way I can deficit my food or my calories a lot easier. Instead of taking my deficit out of my eating, I can actually just work out harder and burn another 100 calories per day or another 50 calories per workout to get there. Or maybe I'll double up on workouts 1 day a week, or I'm going to add a 90-minute class this week. So each week for 6 weeks, I want you to break down what you are going to do each week. Now, sometimes we make these plans, right? And we're like, okay, I got this. And then you just kind of just throw that out the window. Like, why did you make those plans? Because you want to be successful. So put reminders in your calendar every Monday. Hey, my goal this week is to have my all-out pace at 9 miles per hour. Or my goal this week is to burn more calories by maybe adding 1% incline on there. But put reminders every Monday. This is my goal this week, and this is how I'm going to do it. You have to have an action plan, and you have to make it work. Also, put those goals somewhere. Put it on your refrigerator. Write it on your mirror of your bathroom mirror. Somewhere you're going to see it every single day. Put it on your car, not on your windshield, but maybe on your dashboard or somewhere you can see it. Put it somewhere you can see it every single day. I guess that's it. So make the goals. Make them smart. And then, make a game plan. Let's make it happen. Again, if you need assistance, please reach out. I do have 50 members on my weight loss challenge team, so I'm going to try to get to all of you as much as I can. So try to do this on your own first. When it comes down to it, we're all adults, and we need to take charge of ourselves. So do this on your own. If you feel completely lost, reach out. Next Wednesday, bring questions to me. If you have them, you can also submit them to me beforehand, and I will answer them on the seminar that next Wednesday at 5 p.m. at Whole Foods. What we'll do is we'll meet upstairs of Whole Foods, so that way we can all get together and talk about nutrition. And then if we have time, we'll walk around the store, and I'll kind of give you some tips about shopping as well. All right. So thank you for being on my team. I'm super excited for you to get started and make your goals. And I want to see every single one of you meet these goals. I don't want anybody in my team dropping out. Even if you were like, I can't get my 3 workouts in a week, maybe you fail, and at the end of this, you only get 15 workouts in per week. But you stuck it out the whole entire time, and you still lose weight. Why? Because you stuck to your nutrition plan, and you still made it happen. So no matter what you think in this challenge, like, oh, well, I'm not going to be able to do this, or I can't log my food every day, or what, so I might as well just give up. If that ever comes across your mind, I want you to stop and look at and think about this face. Saying, no, you can do anything. Just because you can't do one thing doesn't mean you can't do the other 100 things that are possible. One thing you can't do, but the other 100 things to make yourself successful, you can do. So do it. All right. Love you guys. Comment below if you have questions. Send me an email if you want it to be private. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.